Hello there. I'm going to be filming how to write descriptions based off of Google Drive folders of edited cars today. Um, as you can see, I have all of my windows open. I have Google Drive open, all of the folders of the individual cars, Chrome Lot for reference. I've got NAC open for VIN reference, and Dealer Center, which is where we're going. It's the DMS. We're going to upload the descriptions there when we're done writing them. So when you start writing a description for a car, you're going to go into the Edits account, and they have a folder in here called Descriptions. You're going to click on that, open that. Right click, go to Google Docs, and choose from a template. We already have documents made as templates for each individual dealership that we write descriptions for. So click on that, and I'm writing for Driven today, so I'm going to use the Driven template. I'm going to start by finding each car individually in both NAC and Drive. I'm going to start with the I'm going to start with the Jeep Wrangler. You can just go ahead and copy this, paste that in there, and while we're over here, we'll get the VIN. We'll paste that at the bottom of the description. So in case the listing hasn't been created yet, write the description anyway, and we will use the VIN to find the description in the future. Also label the description in Google Docs with the name of the car and the last 6 of the VIN. Oh. Okay. And we shall begin. The exterior is black, as you can see. The interior is black leather. Usually it's leather. If it's not leather, then we write cloth. Miles here on the odometer, say 40,527. Cool. The transmission is automatic. And the engine we're going to get within the DMS. Search for the car with the last 6 of the VIN. Should be in here. But it looks like it's not. It's okay. That happens. That's why we label descriptions with the VIN, so that we can find them and upload them later once the listing has been added. So, hold off on that for now. I'm going to start with steering wheel controls. I like to use steering wheel controls as a buffer between the priority features and the non-priority features. And on the steering wheel controls, we can see cruise control, and that is not priority, so I'm going to put that below steering wheel controls. Automatic. Okay, we have AM/FM radio. Okay. Apple CarPlay. This here is traction control. I typically put that under cruise control. Black leather seats, yep. Okay, and it looks like we have power locks, power windows and locks. Cool. So that's probably the most insignificant feature a car can have, so I put it at the end of the list. But it's a good fill-in. This car doesn't have a lot of features, unfortunately, so there's not a lot to be putting in the list. So you're going to kind of pick at scraps. We'll do a better car in a second. But it looks like it has F fuel wheels. Just fuel wheels. Okay. So I'm going to put Wrangler fuel wheels. Oops. Wrangler. While I'm here, and the engine does say V6, I am going to write V6 cylinder. Pretty lacking. I did notice earlier that there is a thermometer on the dash, so I'm going to write external thermometer. And that's about all we can really get off of this, which is okay. It's alright for a Jeep. But on to the next. I would upload it, but since the listing hasn't been created, we can't do that. Okay, you're going to go back to Google Drive, go into the descriptions, right-click, choose from a template, and then since we're writing for driven, you're going to choose the driven template. You're going to go into NAC, you're going to find the coordinating car. It's right here. Copy that name, paste it there, and there, and then take the VIN, paste it there, and make sure you label with the last 6 of the VIN. And while we're on the VIN, let's find the listing. It's right there, so I'm going to open that up. And while I'm in here, I'm going to get the engine, which is in vehicle info. Scroll down, it's right there. This should be the only thing that you copy over from DMS. Ignore the rest of that. Okay, let's go. White exterior. And it's a convertible. It's got a black leather interior. And 46,285 miles. Okay, cool. I can already see it has a push to start button. And steering wheel controls, of course. It has Bluetooth technology, I can see in that picture. Okay. It's got heated seats. Navigation. I'm writing these in order of importance. Navigation, I mean, it's a convertible, so you put that at the top of the list. Navigation is the most important. Then you're going to want those, like, top-notch security features like backup camera and park assist, which it doesn't look like this car has, which is surprising. But it is what it is. Let's keep going. It has dual climate control, which you can see in this image. It has a temperature on both sides. We don't put it in the progression, we don't put it in the image progression as a priority feature, but when it comes to descriptions, it is a priority feature, because it's nice to know that as a passenger you can control your climate. So throw it in there. It's got heated seats. We have traction control. As you can see, car with the squiggly lines. And I know this car has cruise control because, you know, past a certain year, most cars have cruise control. And most cars have traction control. Okay. These are power memory seats, which are nice, but not priority nice. So I'm going to put them there. On the door we have a speaker that says Harman Kardon. That's a nice brand. Typically if there's any brand name on the door or on a speaker like Bose or Boston or Burmester, which is the Mercedes sound system, Harman Kardon, Fender, always write the brand name and then write premium sound. And I always put the sound system after Bluetooth and steering wheel controls, because then we're keeping it in like the realm of music and sound and entertainment. So Bluetooth technology, Harman Kardon, oops, premium sound. I'm gonna check to see if this has Sirius XM. It should, but there is no picture of it, which happens sometimes. Oh well. I will write AM FM radio though, and I'll put that after the sound system because we are still in that little area in the description that is like entertainment themed. Okay, this car has power windows, locks, and mirrors. This like 4-star looking compass thing is the power mirrors. So if it has that or something like that, it's got power mirrors. So I'm going to put that after traction control because it's not significant. Okay. And it has keyless entry, which is basically a remote without a key. And I missed it earlier, but I know it's an automatic, so just double check. Yep, the automatic. And this looks pretty good. We're going to bold the priority features, and we're going to make the top priority features red. This is good to go. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go into the DMS, click Online Marketing, go to the description, paste, and Driven has they also advertise their cars on other websites that aren't as compatible with the format of our description. So they ask us to put a space at the end of every line. So go through that really quickly. The template has a space after these things already, so you don't have to do those. But after everything, just hit space really quick. Sometimes enters don't copy well, so just throw those back in there. I added one up here earlier. And then when you're done and it's all in here and you've added your spaces, you can close that and save it. Boom. That one's done. On to the next. Going back into Drive, going to the description folder and creating a new document from a template. Driven. And while that's loading, I'm going to go back in NAC. Go find that Ford Focus. Open that. And it's still loading, so I'm going to take the last 6 of the VIN, find the car in the DMS. So all ready to go. So I'm going to paste this from NAC into the description. Boom. And in the title, add the 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And add the VIN at the end. Beautiful. Okay, black exterior. The interior is black leather. Suede / leather. If you're curious what suede looks like, it's like this matte looking stuff in the middle. Actually, no, that's cloth. My apologies. So I'm just going to leave the leather because most of the seats are composed of leather. I thought that was suede. Okay. So, I'm going to get the engine while I'm over here. Copy that. Paste. Boom. I like to get transmission and engine out of the way. This is a manual. And then let's get to the good stuff. Okay. I like to start with steering wheel controls. This has 74,560 miles. Controlled. Okay. It's got a push to start button. We have navigation, which is more important than a push to start button. We have a sunroof, and sometimes you'll be writing moonroof. The difference between a sunroof and a moonroof is that moonroofs are tinted. If there's a tint, then it's a moonroof. Duh. And if the sunroof takes up the whole top of the car, even if there's like a banister cutting across it in the middle, that's a panorama or panoramic sunroof. So, this is just a sunroof because there's no tint. And as we continue, there's Bluetooth technology, which I put after steering wheel controls. It's got a compass and an external thermometer. Which are not very significant. So, almost not as significant as power windows and locks. And power mirrors. You will almost always put these at the end right before the transmission. It's got dual climate control because it has a climate-related either number or word on both sides of the display, and that is priority. It has a sync entertainment system, so I'm going to put that after Bluetooth. I'm going to put sync entertainment, and that's just like always Ford Focuses. That's their thing. It's one of their things that they do. We have Recaro seats. This is a nice feature. These are like racing seats. So I'm going to put those towards the end. Yeah, throw them at the end, sure. Recaro seats. and check to see if they're power. They are not. All good. There's no power, locks the windows, as I had presumed. Keyless entry. Okay, I lied a little bit earlier. These only go at the end if there's no like random things like Recaro seats. Keyless entry always goes after them, but there's not always keyless entry. And if there's 2 keys, that goes after keyless entry. So, hopefully that makes sense. You'll get used to it. Okay, I'm just double checking everything. Sony. I'm gonna Sony premium sound. Right, we're just picking at scraps here just to fill it in a little bit more. I think that looks good. It might be cruise control. There is. Okay, I'm gonna put in cruise control, which is more important than all of these. So, and I think that's good. I'm gonna bold all these and turn these red, and we're good to copy and paste into the description. Online marketing, description, paste, add our missing enter that disappeared for some reason. Make sure you put a space after the name of the car. Your space is here already. And then just go through and add these happy little spaces. Enter. Cool. You can close and save that. And our last car. Ford Mustang. Go back into Drive. Create a new document from a driven template. While that's loading, I'm going to look up the car in DMS. There it is. Okay. Now that the document's open, I'm going to copy over the name, the VIN, and I'm going to title it. Last 6 of the VIN, of course, 329753. Cool. Blue exterior. Black cloth interior. Miles are at 30,089. Transmission is automatic. Boom. And I already know it has push to start, so I'm going to throw that in there. It also has steering wheel controls. It has Bluetooth technology. It has cruise control and a backup camera and park assist. So, push to start is not as important as a backup camera or park assist. So, backup camera, park assist. What did I say? Cruise control. I'm going to copy the engine. Boom. So that I don't forget to later. Okay. AM/FM radio. I know this has traction control because it's like a sports car, and it's the traction control. You can assume that trucks and sports cars have traction control because they're driving a little more hardcore than, you know, most of us. Okay. The seats are not powered, but we do have power windows and locks and power mirrors. What else? Keyless entry. Okay. Check this out. Yeah, there's our traction control symbol. Car with the squiggly lines. Just making sure I have everything. We have a compass. Cool, I'll throw that in there. Yeah. Cool. Alright, let's highlight these. Bold and red. That looks good to me. So I'm going to copy this. Paste it in the description box. And add my spaces and enters. And you are done. And in the future, you will either hear soon from somebody else in Crumlot or the owner of the dealership that car that we wrote, the Jeep, which isn't online yet, somebody's going to let you know that that's been uploaded, and then you or somebody else will then add the description that you wrote for it, which is labeled with the VIN, so you can just search for the VIN in Google Drive and it should come up. So